Chapter 1 Matter. Subtopic 1.1 Definition and Classification. Under this subtopic, there are two learning outcomes to be achieved. First, we are going to learn the definition of matter, and second, we are going to learn about the classification of matter. There are two classes of matter. First, pure substances, which are elements and compounds, and second, mixtures, which are homogeneous and heterogeneous. Subtopic 1.1 Definition and Classification. Matter is the stuff around you. The earth is one large mixture of gases, liquids, and solids. Now, what is matter? Once again, matter is everything around us as long as they have these two characteristics: occupy space and has mass. They can be non-living things or living things. Examples for non-living things are air, water, wood, and soil. Meanwhile, the example for living things are insects, birds, and human beings. During our discussion throughout this chapter, basically we focus the matter in terms of atoms, molecules, or ions. They are called subatomic particles. It is important for you to know the corresponding particles of the substances. For example, iron made up by atom particles. Sodium chloride consists of ions particles, and water made up by molecules particles. In the previous slide, we already know the matter is something that has mass and occupies space. To prove the fact, let us see one simulation using inflated balloon with gas, since gas is matter. Firstly, there are two balloons with label P and Q in balance condition. When the balloon P is pierced with pin or needles or whatever, air leaks from the balloon, make it lighter from before. As a result, they are unbalanced. In this case, the balloon Q filled with air is heavier than P. So, the conclusion is gases are matter. If gases did not take up space, a balloon would collapse rather than inflate when filled with gas. The same character will do for solid and liquid. Now, let us proceed to classifications of matter. Take your time to understand and be able to memorize all the terms used in this part. We can classify matter into several categories. Two broad categories are mixtures and pure substances. We can divide pure substances into two classes: elements and compounds. Pure substances that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical changes are called elements. Pure substances that can be broken down by chemical changes are called compounds. This breakdown may produce either elements or other compounds or both. A mixture is composed of two or more types of matter that can be present in varying amounts and can be separated by physical changes. A mixture with a composition that varies from point to point is called heterogeneous mixture. A homogeneous mixture, also called a solution, exhibits a uniform composition and appears visually the same throughout. A summary on how to distinguish between the various major classifications of matter is shown in Figure 1.2. Depending on its properties, a given substance can be classified as a homogeneous mixture, a heterogeneous mixture, a compound, or an element. Although there are just over 100 elements, 10 millions of chemical compounds result from different combinations of these elements. There are innumerable ways to combine elements and compounds to form different mixtures. Here are the definitions of the term used in the discussion. Pure substances. Substances cannot be separated into different types of matter by any physical means. Atoms in a pure substance can be separated only by chemical changes. Example, water, sodium chloride. Elements. Okay, element is a substance that cannot be separated into simpler substances by chemical means. Means, element will be the simplest thing, simplest type of pure substance, contain only one kind of atom. The smallest unit known is atom. Compounds. A substance composed of atom of two or more elements chemically combined in a fixed proportion can only be separated into their pure components, which is elements, by chemical means. Example: water H2O, glucose C6H12O6, and ammonia NH3. Mixtures: a combination of two or more substances in which the substances retain their chemical properties. Composition can vary between different samples. Pure substances in the mixture can be physically separated from each other by physical means. This table provides examples of mixtures. There are many types of mixtures there, whether gas in gas, liquid in liquid, solid in solid, gas in liquid, solid in liquid, and solid in gas. Please read the example. Read it on your own. And lastly, heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture has one or more visible boundaries amongst its components, two or more substances that can be easily separated by common physical means, settling, filtration. Example, cement, iron fillings in sand.